Hello everybody and welcome back to a new Let's Play. I've kind of given like some hints about what this is. It's by Sansaru Games. It is Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, and I don't know what's going on with the sound of this intro. I don't know what's going on with the sound right now. But yes, I'm going to be Let's Playing Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, or Sly 4, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm going to be talking more about the game when we get into it. I just really wanted to do a Sly game. I really wanted to. I've done the 3 first ones on my channel. So if you want to check those Let's Plays out, make sure you go and check them out in the playlist tab on my channel. So yeah, we're going to get straight into the game and enjoy the cutscenes here at the beginning. And I'll talk to you later.
I should probably just start at the beginning. The name's Sly. Sly Cooper, and I'm a thief. From a long line of thieves. In fact, thieving is the family business. And business was good. Although, until recently, I considered myself retired. Having hung up my mask and cane, I was enjoying life on the other side of the law. In the company of a certain lovely Interpol agent named Carmelita Fox. She and I had a history, which generally involved her trying to lock me up. So, I should mention our current situation was only possible because she thought I had amnesia. I didn't. It was great to finally enjoy each other's company without a shock pistol being involved, and we quickly put the past behind us. But as time went on, the old itch came back, and I knew I needed to pull a heist. I should also mention that as a master thief, I only steal from other thieves. So it took me a while, but I finally found what I was looking for. My target was an upstart art mogul, a real hotshot collector. He seemed respectable, had even opened a new museum. But I could smell a rat. Reliable sources told me he was dealing in black market antiques worth millions. So I felt he should share the wealth. I was working on a plan when one night, as if on cue, Bentley showed up. Bentley was the brains of our operation, the mastermind. We grew up in the same orphanage where we bonded over stealing cookies, our very first heist, and we've been best friends and partners ever since. We hadn't seen each other for a while, but I knew immediately that something was up. Bentley had been enjoying his time off too, building a new lab from scratch with his girlfriend and fellow tech whiz, Penelope. She had joined the team on our last caper, and the two of them had really hit it off. Apparently, they just finished work on a top-secret project when Penelope had simply vanished. Bentley was worried sick. He searched frantically but found nothing. Then, he noticed something that completely stunned him. In his spare time, Bentley had been researching the Thievius Raccoonus, the Master Thief's handbook passed down through the Cooper family for generations. Its pages overflowing with the exploits and secret techniques of my esteemed ancestors. Only now, those pages weren't so full. In fact, they were disappearing right before Bentley's eyes. Realizing there was no time to waste, he gathered his gear and raced off to Paris. The first thing Bentley did was track down Murray, the third in our trio. Murray was our enforcer, the muscle, and the guy who'd eaten all the cookies we stole back in our orphanage days. Through the years, the three of us had become an unbeatable team. and we were more like a family now than a gang. Murray had been living his dream on the pro driving circuit, where his van had become famous, or rather infamous, for all the crashes he'd caused. Eventually, he was unable to find a sponsor due to his high insurance premiums, and he moved into Demolition Derby, where he remained undefeated. When Bentley showed up, however, Murray dropped everything to help out. Especially when Bentley explained that his van was the key to the whole plan. With Carmelita distracted by a new assignment, I took the opportunity to slip away and met up with the guys at our old Paris hideout. Bentley launched into one of his elaborate presentations, and I saw the whole scary picture. Someone, or something, was literally erasing Cooper history. Then, to our amazement, Bentley revealed that he already had the solution: time travel. It turns out his top secret project was constructing a time machine, and now he modified the design to fit into Murray's van. We were going to travel back in time, stop those responsible, and fix the damage they'd done. Bentley explained the only catch was that in order to travel to a particular time, the machine required an object from that era. We knew from the changes to the Thieves Raccoonus that our first stop was feudal Japan. So here we were, about to steal a priceless 17th century samurai dagger from the same museum I'd been casing. Funny how things work out sometimes.
Okay, you both remember the plan, right?
Of course! My mind is like a steel cap!
That's trap, big guy. And everybody relax. We've been over it 1,000,000 times. What could possibly go wrong?
Famous last words. Look, we're only gonna get one shot at this, so we can't mess up.
All right, no messing up allowed. Now stop worrying. This is gonna be a piece of cake. I'll see you both inside. Now let's get going.
Alright, so now we've been thrown into the action and we're controlling Sly Cooper the thief. I think actually there's another cutscene now, yes.
Careful, Sly, those security choppers are bad news.
Yeah, we're doing the Museum Heist because we're going to get an artifact, we're going to steal it. And Bentley is going to be talking to us a lot here because this is the introduction. So he's obviously trying to teach the players how to control Sly and Bentley and Murray and all of that stuff. So I can't hear him talk, so I definitely am probably talking over him. I'm sorry about that if you want to listen to what he's saying, but that's just how it has to be. So we're just going to move the camera. We're just teaching us the camera and all of that stuff. This really is like the introductory part of the game. But Sly controls pretty much the same as in the other Sly games. Most like how we did in Sly 2 and 3.
Hey Bentley, was truck surfing Murray's entrance strategy?
Of course not. Murray's approach route is through the back.
And there's Murray on top of that truck.
No reason. Anyway,
Murray is so funny. I love Murray. He's so great. I love all three of the characters. They're like Such good guys.
Not a problem, Bentley.
But as I said, he controls pretty much the same as in Sly 2 and 3, and pretty much in the first game as well. We're also going to be playing as Bentley and Murray later on in this Museum Heist. So then we'll get to see how the controls are similar there too. Sly will get some new moves throughout the game though. You won't just have like the old moves. And that's a little bit funny that the light turned off and you hear a woman screaming. Sly, you can't peek in the windows, don't do that. So yeah, the story is quite different. Basically, as you saw in the cutscene, Cooper history is vanishing away. In the Thieves Raccoonus, the history of the Cooper clan is just vanishing, pretty much.
That was too close.
So yeah, the Cooper history is going away, and we're all going to go back in time and restore the Cooper history. But to do that, for some reason, we need like an artifact from the era that we're going back to. So now we're getting an artifact for feudal Japan.
I'm a little out of practice.
You say something, Sly?
No. All good here, Bentley.
Okay, it looks like you're going to have to find another way up. Use that ledge to move around to the front of the museum, and stay out of that security light.
I think I can handle that.
Yeah, it really looks like Sly is out of practice. But we're going to fix that, definitely. So you can still pickpocket guards and take them out in the same way as before. You can still do the triangle and square move where you take them out in one go. Many of the moves are very, very similar. There we can see some characters that we will meet later on in the game. It's very easy to see, like, who they're supposed to be. Like, you'll recognize them throughout the game, but obviously we don't know who they are yet. So yeah, I'm not going to say too much about the story because I want it to be like explained by itself, like through the cutscenes and through the characters and stuff like that. So this game is a little bit what is the word I'm looking for? Not really not controversial, but many people don't like this game. And here's, by the way, a Sly mask. These are new collectibles in the game. As you can see here, you can collect them and then you'll unlock different kind of things. It's very, very nice and cool to unlock all of them. There are 60 throughout the game. I will not be doing this game 100%. There are clue bottles in this game and also Sly masks. I won't be getting them. I know I've been getting all of them. I've done the first 3 Sly Cooper games 100% on my channel. Make sure you check them out if you haven't. But this game won't be 100%. So yeah. But I'm still going to be playing through the game. I'm just not doing it 100%. So many people don't like this game. I have to agree that the story is definitely not as good as in the other ones. But it's still fun to play, so I still want to do it. Even though it's nothing compared to the other Sly games. Definitely.
Okay, Bentley, I'm in place. Let me know when you shut down the security system.
Patience, Sly. You can't rush greatness, and I'm about to code a hacking masterpiece.
And now we're controlling Bentley, my favorite turtle of all time. So I've kind of forgotten a little bit of his controls that I need to remember that, basically. We are now in the undergrounds of Paris. I think it's Paris we are in now. We're just going to do some hacking so that Sly can steal the artifact, and that's what we're trying to do here. And yes, Bentley still has the hacking in this game, even though the hacking is definitely not good in this game. I didn't really enjoy hacking in the other Sly games either, but it's worse in this game. Oh, yeah, I've definitely forgotten some of the controls in this game, but we'll get into the hacking thing when we get there. Bentley still has his wheelchair, which I really love. It's great to use, like hover and all of that stuff. And you can also aim your bombs. He still has his bombs. And you can also still pickpocket. And later on in the game, all three characters can still buy upgrades from ThiefNet. So many things are still the same as the previous Sly games, but other stuff are different. But I won't be mentioning all of those things right now. We'll get to them when we get there. And there's another Sly mask, that's 2 out of 60. But as I've already said, I won't be collecting all of them. But you can definitely do that if you want to. Like, the extras that you unlock are quite cool. So it's definitely worth it to collect them all. I just won't be doing that in this Let's Play. But it's still going to be fun Let's Play. I do think this game is fun to play, even though it's not as good as the other ones.
Phew, talk about your close shaves.
How's that security system coming, Bentley?
Great, perfect. I'll be done in a jiffy.
You need to be careful, Bentley. Don't get hurt. So there's lasers here, so be careful and not get shocked by them. And here are some enemies. As you can see, I'm pickpocketing. It looks a little bit different in this game. And you can still throw bombs into their pockets to blow them up, which is always fun to do. And I'm getting a lot of coins right now, but don't worry, I won't be collecting every single coin throughout the game. I'm just trying to get a few now, since it's the beginning of the game. But now we're getting thrown into the hacking. So as you can see, it still looks a little bit similar to the hacking in Sly 2 and 3, but very different. But it's kind of the same principle. What's really interesting about the hacking in this game, though, is that the hacking is not the same every time. We'll be doing like different stuff in every hacking. So this is not how every hacker thing will look like. We will be doing other things in the hacking parts of the game as well, like different mini games and that sort of thing. So there's still quite many differences in this game. It's not like the same exact thing as in Sly 3 or 2. Definitely not. And also this is different. We haven't seen this. We can control like different vehicles when we're hacking, which is a bit cool, I guess. It's a bit weird though. Like you need to learn what is what and stuff like that, which I can't really remember. But all of the controls will come back to me after a while when I'm playing the game. So don't you worry about that. I need to get the other car. Can't drive this one. It's not really a car. A vehicle. I don't know what to call these things. Alright, let's head through here and hacking complete.
And that's the way the code base crumbles. Okay, Murray, you're up.
The Murray is always on, Bentley!
Alright, and now it's time to control Murray. Oh, and he just dropped. Oh, I was about to say his pants, but he doesn't have pants on. All of these animals running around without clothing. His belt. So he's like the strong character, as you all know. You probably played Sly games before, or hopefully watched my Let's Plays of the Sly games. He's the strong one. He's great to control in battles. He's very strong and all of that stuff. But I've kind of forgotten some of the moves. But some of the moves are actually a bit different in this game. Like the controls. Like the body slam is a little bit different, I think, and stuff like that. He can also pickpocket and all of that stuff. Obviously, Sly is like has like the agility abilities. Bentley is the smart one and does the hacking and all that stuff, while Murray is the strong one. So all of the characters kind of have their own little things that they're good at, like their speciality, I guess, which is always nice. It would not be as cool if all of the characters were the same, you know. And these enemies are really annoying when they're shooting Murray. Stop doing that. That's not nice. And I love body slamming on these enemies, as you can probably notice by how often I do it. It's just a bit fun to watch a big hippo body slam on these small enemies.
Huh? Where did you come from, shortstop? You fools don't stand a chance! Is that the best you've That felt great!
Everything okay, Murray?
Now it is!
Alright, so now we're going to destroy these two these boxes. I don't know what they're called. But Murray, you can pick stuff up and throw them, which is great. In the game you can actually pick up enemies and throw them, which is always really fun to do.
Okay, Sly, the security system is down. You're all clear.
Great. I'm going in.
Let's steal it.
What the?
You didn't really think you were gonna get away with it, did you, Ringtail?
Hey, Carmelita! Oh, funny meeting you here.
Sly Cooper, you no good lying thief! I'm locking you up for good!
Sorry, gotta take a rain check. I'll call you.
Cooper!
Good evening, this is Sly Cooper. I'd like to request a ride.
You, Sly. Now quit messing around and get down here. We're in the van and ready to roll.
Au revoir. Let's hit it.
Buckle up, boys!
Alright, and now we're driving away. This is pretty much the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like it and comment and subscribe. Share the video and also follow me on my Twitter. The link to my Twitter is always in the description bar of every video. And I hope you stay tuned for the next part of this Let's Play. And I hope you stick around for the entire thing. It's going to be great.
Nice landing, Murray. Hey, Bentley, not to complain, but we're kind of trapped here.
Relax, Sly. Just put the dagger in the receptacle. Perfect. Isotopic decay calibrated. Adjusting fusion synthesis. Anytime you want to punch it, Murray.
Let's punch it!
You got it, chum!
Do not slow slow down, Murray.
I never do!
And that is the introduction to Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, ladies and gentlemen. Now, time for another cutscene. See you guys in the next video.
Well, what else can I say about Carmelita? As you can see, our relationship is complicated. And I just succeeded in upgrading it to hazardous. I certainly wasn't expecting her to crash the party. She'd been so busy with her latest case, I never thought she'd have her eye on me. In fact, I'd kind of been counting on it. But then, I should have known better than to underestimate Inspector Carmelita Fox. As much as she liked having fun, Carmelita was serious about her police work. And now, I had a lot of explaining to do. But the plan was in motion, and there was no stopping now. Even though I was thinking I'd need the time machine just to patch things up with Carmelita. Before the heist, we'd recruited our disco-loving, scuba-diving friend, Dimitri Listow, to look after the Thievius Raccoonus. Because it was irreplaceable and the only guide we had, it was far too risky to take the book through time with us. Bentley had even invented a communication device to allow us to contact Dimitri no matter where or when we travel. It was a perfect situation, since it allowed him to update us on any changes to the book while limiting our exposure to his fashion critiques. Everything was happening so fast. The past few days were just a blur. But as we howled through the time vortex, I realized we were in for a very long trip.